Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Denise. Today I want to discuss time with you. I know that it can be really disheartening or frustrating when you are manifesting something and you're watching the time pass and nothing has shown up. And maybe it feels like it's taken a long time, or you're concerned with how long it's going to take and you want to speed it up. And there's a lot of focus on the time aspect. So I want to break this down for you and offer a perspective that's going to have you feeling a lot more comfortable with time and a lot more in control of it than you maybe have previously felt. Before we get started, though, I did want to make an announcement, and that is I am now offering group coaching. So, for those of you that have asked, there it is. There's a link in the description below where you can check out the details of it. But basically, it's two different courses. One is on manifesting prosperity, abundance, and wealth, the other is on recreating your specific person. Obviously, any person and every person in your reality, if you wish. You will learn everything you need to know to do that. What else do I want to tell you about it? I guess that's it. You can find the information in the link. But for those of you that don't know, group coaching can be a great way to not only build community, have that additional support, but also what's really important is that you learn from questions and experiences and answers from the other attendees, which can be really beneficial because sometimes we don't even realize we're having a question until we hear somebody else ask it and then we hear the answer to it. But also, it's a great way to save on effective coaching without having to pay the one on one pricing. So, there's that. So, as we discuss time, what I want to point out first or reiterate and make you familiar with is that time is an illusion. And time is an illusion that consciousness, you, we, I, there's just one, has created, manifested as seeming separation. And so consciousness has manifested this 3D reality for the sake of experience. And there is separation in the form of time in this manifested reality, and there is separation in the form of beings, of locations. There's all sorts of separation in this manifested 3D reality. And that really is simply for the sake of consciousness to be able to condition or divide or separate the certain isolated experiences from the all that is, right? So consciousness is always available or always aware of all that is, but it's aware of all that is all at once. And it wants to experience through this seeming separation those available experiences, but in an isolated sense. Like, so to experience being Denise, that was born in 78 and lived this lifestyle, and to be able to experience, being a peasant that lived in the 1700s and had this lifestyle, and, someone that's in the year 3033 and having this experience. So basically, you have created time. Time exists within you. It doesn't exist outside of you. So there's absolutely no reason to fear it, be worried about it, or feel uncomfortable with it. It's an illusion that you as consciousness have created and are consistently being consciously aware of, and that's the only thing that makes it real. Other than that, it's not real. It doesn't actually exist. So when we think about our manifestation, and maybe you've been manifesting something for several months and it still isn't here, and you're looking at that like, I've been at this for 3 months and I've been waiting for my manifestation. What's actually happening is you're being conscious in the now moment of previous or other available moments of consciousness of lack. So time is an illusion, and what we're looking at as time or as memory is what it is actually consciousness recalling other states of consciousness. So when you say my manifestation hasn't shown up, it's been 3 months, you're being consciously aware of other states of consciousness where you have been consciously aware of lack, and you're stringing them together to make it look like it's this linear event of occurrences. right? So, how do you remedy this and how do you speed up your manifestation? Well, first of all, you recognize that this is an illusion, that time is an illusion, that it's not real. And you recognize that you have been valuing what you've been consciously aware of and what has manifested as a result over what you're being consciously aware of in the now moment. And that ultimately, the only thing that matters, ever, 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 the only thing that matters, the only thing that's real is what you are being consciously aware of in the now moment. So you learn to release this consciousness, these ideas of I've been consciously aware or I'm being consciously aware of how my manifestation still hasn't unfolded. You release that by revision. You release it by reimagining in a different way. You release it by interpreting your current circumstances differently. And what I mean by that is you start interpreting, revising, and imagining your future from the perspective of fulfillment. So you're replacing all these now moments of being conscious of lack with now moments of being conscious of fulfillment. And you're doing it in imagination and you're making it be the most important thing and you're making it be the only thing that actually matters. In other words, you're not doing it just to make the 3D change. You're doing it because you're saying, what I imagine is the most important thing. I am Christ consciousness. I am God in imagination. The Father and I are one. The kingdom of heaven is within. I can imagine, I am the operant power, and I can imagine at any now moment and in all now moments exactly that which I wish to experience. And you do that, or exactly that which I wish I had experienced or will experience. Now, we still talk about time because we're in this 3D reality, but ultimately it's just what you're thinking now that matters. Where are you now? What are you imagining now? What are you being aware of now? And recognizing, am I being aware of a bunch of now moments that have actually already passed, that aren't even now moments anymore, but I'm making this all real by holding it up as moments that matter and moments that mean something. And really all they are is moments where I've been aware of not having. Right? Like, I know this can be confusing, but it will sink in. The more you think about it or rewatch the video, just it will sink in and you'll start to understand that like we create time by being aware of consciousness, of what we've been conscious of, because that's all it is. It's moments of being conscious of something, right? Anytime you recall a memory, even if it happened 5 years ago, you're not actually recalling 5 years ago. You're recalling a state of consciousness. You're recalling how you felt. You're recalling what you were determining as real in that moment. You're recalling the state you were residing in. And when you recall that, you're actually transcending time and being it in that moment because all that's real is states of consciousness in a now moment. The 5 years ago part isn't real. That part's an illusion. But the I'm being consciously aware of lack part, that's real, right? And so that's the part you want to start replacing, revising, reimagining, and revaluing. Stop valuing what you think happened or what you think might happen and start valuing just specifically what you're thinking. Start valuing your imagination above everything else. It is the most valuable thing you have. It is everything, and there is no lack in imagination. There's a constant stream available to you of abundance via imagination. And as you can dip into that stream more frequently and make it more natural and normal for you, it will get pushed out. Okay? There was one other point I wanted to make about time, which I may have said this already, so I don't know. Did I say that? Yeah, I said all that. I usually don't take notes, but I've tried this video 18 billion times and it's funny times. And I kept missing aspects that I wanted to say. So I think I said this, but another important thing is to remember that you've created time, so there's no reason to fear it. Time is a manifestation. And all manifestation exists because you're being consciously aware of it. And you have no reason to fear or worry about something that is you and that exists within you. And that the only reason it seems to exist outside of you is because it exists within you in terms of your being consciously aware of it. So you are the master of time. You are it. The other thing, is that, when you're going about your business day to day, practice being as present as you can in each moment, because that is the remedy. Like, if you can practice being super consciously aware of what you're doing and how it feels, like if you're folding laundry, how the fabrics feel in your fingers, and just being grateful that you have laundry to fold and that you have a means to wash your laundry, and you have a place to put it when it's folded, and the way it smells from the detergent you use. Like, be present with what you're doing. If you're with your children, be present with that and really enjoy it and be grateful for it. And then in moments where you become, in your present moment, you become consciously aware of a moment that you think happened in the past or a moment that you think might happen in the future, that's fine. But how are you being aware of it? Are you being aware of it from lack, or are you being aware of it from fulfillment? And practice being aware of it from fulfillment only, because what you're imagining in this now moment is the only thing that matters. The state you're residing in the now moment, is the only thing that matters. And you have all the power to control that state, to determine that state. And you do it through your consciousness. All right? There's my video. I'm pretty sure I said everything I wanted. And if not, I'm putting it out anyway, and we'll just do another one. All right. I'll see you guys in the next video.